I don't feel like editing today. Here's the episode.
Oh. That picked up on my recording, but not yours. I know it did.
Yeah, Discord noise cancel a little bit, but that's okay. I'm sure it sounded great.
Is my mic even in frame anymore? Wow. Oh, it is.
Barely.
Little.
Perfect.
This is so nice that I can have it away from it. I've literally been like eating my mic for like the last 2 years. Literally, it's been like here.
Which is how you get the best sound quality, but
When you reverb with my headphones so bad.
yeah. But that's okay. It sounds fine either way. Once you add a vocal, some equalizer on it in post, it works fine. Is this did we start the podcast? Is this the podcast now?
I think so.
I think this is
that's
it.
my new favorite thing to say. Now that we started a podcast, my favorite thing is we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post because that's what we do here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of TKR. We're late. This episode's going up late. We know. We're so disappointed in ourselves.
We cried ourselves to sleep.
Yep. No, we as expected, this is the Comic-Con wrap part 2. And we should have known we would be so like physically drained after the convention that we were like maybe we'll record tomorrow. And then we didn't record tomorrow. And then we didn't record the next day. But here we are.
To be fair, though, our original plan, I think, was to record, like, on the Saturday. Like, we went to Comic-Con. We stayed from, like, what was it, like, 8 or 9 hours. And then the plan was to go back, eat something, and then record again. Or just finish recording. We're like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. And by the time that we would have had a chance to record again, it would have been Sunday night when we both got home. And it was like, yep, not happening. And then yesterday, we're like, oh, we have lives to get back to.
Right.
So... Here we are, and that's okay. We're gonna try not to get into a habit of this, but well, give us some slack. The next one will be on time because we already have it recorded.
Yeah, that's if I get it edited on time.
There's not really much that you need to edit out from that one.
No, I just need to put the videos together, add some like camera angle swaps in the middle, and we'll call it good. But it's a good episode. Tune in next week for, what are we calling it? Icks and pet peeves.
Icks and ticks.
Icks and ticks and pet peeves. Yeah.
Yes.
Fun episode.
Trademark.
But we're back now. This episode might be shorter than usual because we both have things to get to right after this.
Oh yeah.
But
it's like short enough.
Yeah. But that's okay. We're gonna talk about the convention because it was awesome.
Yes.
But
oh my God.
TK, has anything new happened? Anything new in the last 3 days?
This is so weird because usually we have like a whole week.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I literally, so like the 2 breaks I had from Riley in the last 2 weeks was 24 hours and now 72 hours.
Yeah. That's it. And that's okay. So nothing new's happened?
Not really.
Nah.
Work is work. I'm home now. Actually, this is in the last like couple weeks. I just told this to Riley as well. This is the first time I sat at my desk in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It feels weird.
I monopolized TK's desk setup for the time that I was at his house.
My tech decks.
No, we were just talking about this before we started recording of how jealous I am of TK's desk. Because his desk, I've got an art desk, so it's like meant to pivot up and down, so it's not super big. But it's like a third of the size of his.
Mine is my wingspan, so it's. Wait, wrong way.
The entirety of mine can fit in camera frame.
So can mine. Look at it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Also, ignore the shirt. You'll see this in a different video.
Oh yeah, that was in the last episode.
What? Did we record this? But we don't have the episode where you gave it to me.
Yeah, that was the Comic-Con wrap part 1, I believe.
No, I think that was one of the YouTube videos.
No, it was the podcast. Listeners, comment down below that this happened in the last episode.
I swear it didn't.
No, it was in the the Good Burger hoodie was in the the bootleg video.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's tired. We're late, and we're also
It's tired. We're
late.
late.
Yeah.
If that doesn't sum it up. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's going back to work was weird.
Oh yeah, you've been off for 2 weeks. How's that feel?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was good to go back to work, but it was just funny because I walked in and it's a bunch of new people who were just hired in the last week and a half, and I walk in, I'm like, oh, I don't know any of you.
It's like, who the fuck are you? We are a whole new staff. Everyone got fired but you.
Yep, they replaced everybody. No, but it was fine. Some good people. I'm not used to working with like actual good coworkers. So whenever I get decent coworkers, I'm like, that's a bonus. We take those.
Shout out to every coworker of Riley's that was before the 1.5 weeks of listen.
Yeah, no,
he
we've
doesn't like you.
had a good set of people for like the last 6 months. But before that, it was constantly like people coming in. I guess that's just the thing with restaurant work. It's just comes with the territory, I think.
Of just shitty employees.
Uh-huh. Yeah, people who just like don't feel the need to show up to work and do a good job. That's fine.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't show up to work.
Yeah.
I am the work.
What's new with me? Hey, I got a Switch Lite
Did you really? Would you
Yeah.
buy that?
last night.
What?
Actually, technically, I was in the car home on Sunday. I obviously wasn't driving. I'll preface this. I was not driving.
No, he was. He was driving, playing Nintendo Switch on his phone, listening to music, watching a movie, and knitting.
Yeah,
All at the same time.
all at the same time while driving on the freeway.
Yeah.
Going the speed limit, of course, but no. But I was driving home, and my mom sent me a thing. One of her friends' sons or something was selling a Switch Lite for like $150. So I was like,
Okay.
I'll take it. I've been wanting one just to, just
Have
to
one.
have and take
Yeah.
on the go. So yeah.
You can't play Wario now.
No. No.
I was actually so surprised when went to a GameStop when Riley were in my hometown or my town, and he had pointed out that the new Wario game cannot be played on Switch Lites for
Yeah.
some reason.
Because it's all movement based. It's like a sequel to the Wii one, and so you have to take the Joy-Cons and do the different actions. But obviously you can't do that because you can't separate the Joy-Cons from the Switch Lite.
All I'm saying is the Nintendo 2 and 3DS had motion picture. You could move it and it worked. This is bullshit.
But although, shouldn't you be able to just wirelessly connect an actual set of Joy-Cons?
Yeah, so that was the thing. You can do that.
Oh, okay.
That-
You just can't play
can't
it.
with your both hands on the
That
Switch
makes
Lite.
sense. So you could
Yeah.
technically still play it on the Switch Lite, but
It's not the same.
It's not
You
the
have to-
same.
you literally have to go out and buy controllers on top of having the game.
yeah, right.
And the controllers that you can't charge because there's no docking stations.
And this Joy-Cons are expensive.
Like $80. Yeah.
Yeah, $80-$90 just for a pair, and they're not good.
No, they'll last you like what, 3 months at maximum. Before they drift.
If you replace the joysticks, which Nintendo obviously doesn't make it easy to do,
Yeah.
in theory you could put some Hall effect joysticks in there, but that's a whole other thing that most people shouldn't have to deal with and don't want to deal with. So,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, the price difference between like Hall effect, whatever it's called, like the magnetically sensing ones, so there's no actual wear on the device.
Yeah.
The price difference between those and actual joysticks is not that much. So like I don't know why companies just don't start installing them stock.
It's most likely because they don't want people to like jerry rig their creations and make them better.
True.
Especially not Nintendo, because the last I don't know if you heard the story of Mr. Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. They don't want stuff like that to happen anymore. So like, oh yeah, we'll make it so it's very complicated to do it, and you can't mass produce it. So then you can't make business off of our business.
But like, just make it good, and we wouldn't have to.
Well, if we made it too good, then there would be no need to buy more.
True. I think the Switch 2 is supposed to come out sometime next year, so we'll see if they actually upgrade it.
Shut up! They're making a Switch too.
Yeah. It's been leaked for a while. I don't know if it's going to be called the Switch 2 because there hasn't been anything official on it. But it's basically just going to be the Switch, but upgraded, as far as I'm aware. Which is probably a good idea because, like, the Nintendo Switch formula so far for Nintendo has worked.
Yeah.
Like, it's their one of their best. It might be their best-selling console of all time.
What the fuck is this? It has a top screen and a bottom screen. It's a DS, but with more effort.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's just a patent. That's not like an official feature that's coming. That's just they patented that idea so that they could use it in the future.
You know, something funny is the first thing I thought of when I saw this was I'd be so pissed for Pokemon if this happened because they jerry-rigged. They made it all so that Pokemon will no longer have a bottom screen.
Yeah,
Just to give it a new bottom screen.
Just
like,
to throw in a new bottom screen.
It's like, hey, remember those 3 games that we made? Yeah, forget all those fucking things. There's a bottom screen now.
Yeah. Nintendo's, honestly, the Switch is kind of a genius idea.
Oh, 100%.
Because, like, now Nintendo doesn't have handhelds and, like, home consoles. They just merged the two markets. Which comes with its ups and downs because, obviously, the Switch isn't capable of running, like, fully fledged console games. But for what it is, you know, being able to run most games like that on handheld is pretty cool.
Why is it when I scroll down, I see someone who made an AK Nintendo Switch controller holder?
Oh no! What kind of games could you even use that for?
They're actually I looked it up as well. Apparently, there is an actual Nintendo Switch controller gun.
Huh?
It's like a pump action shotgun look.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what game you would use that for. I don't think there's any like old Buck Hunter point and shoot style games.
For some reason, only like PNGs are with it are just like looks like NASCAR. For some reason.
Interesting.
Who knows?
Weird. Yeah, but I'm curious to see what Nintendo will do for the Switch 2. Just because the Switch 1 worked so well for them that they would kind of be stupid to change it that drastically. Like, if they did add a second screen, like, I don't think a lot of people would buy it if it had a second screen unless they were using it to play handheld.
Yeah.
Because we saw that happened with the Wii U. The Wii U is basically a Wii with a second screen. And we see how well that went for them.
Well, actually, now that we're talking, let's see Wii U profits.
Oh, it was, I don't know about profits, but it was pretty low selling. Because they were also, like, the lifespan of the Wii was pretty long. But no, I think 3DS definitely won, like, the Wii U generation. I really don't think the Wii U sold that many units.
So there's a scale from Switch, Wii U, and 3DS. So...
Okay. Oh, no.
Switch versus 3DS plus Wii U. The chart literally goes into the negatives immediately. It hits, in 19 months, it hits negative 5 mil.
Oh my gosh.
And then at 50 months, it goes up to 17 mil.
Wow.
And then for Switch, actually, I don't know which one is which for all these, but the next two charts are only drastically climbing. But like, yeah. So I think this one is the Wii U, because this one hits 17.5 mil. This one hits 80 mil. And this one hits 90 mil. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, yeah, it plummeted pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, is that's where I think I don't know. I think the Switch is such a good compromise in that terms. It's like
Yeah.
people either want a handheld or a console.
And you gave them both.
Yeah, Wii U, they tried to give them both, but like nobody wants to have to use a screen and a handheld at the same time.
Yeah.
So like one or the other, the capability to do both was kind of genius.
And it's
that's
now
something-
like people are copying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. PlayStation, like, I'm surprised they're not making some sort of new PS Vita or whatever their other handheld was called. PlayStation Portable, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they're not making something like that to try to compete with the Switch. Because they
Well, I
are
think it'd be
they
super
are making a
difficult.
handheld. Yeah, but they are making a handheld, but it like solely relies on console streaming. So it's
Oh.
just like a little Android device that streams your PlayStation 5 to your handheld. Which at that point, just buy a controller and do it on your phone. It's the same thing.
No, because that's big brain. Because then you can, if they waterproof it, bathtub. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I just
That's
want to
all
play
I'm
my
saying.
PlayStation 5 in the bathtub.
Wow,
Is it
get
such
out
a
my
hard
room. I'm
problem to
taking a
solve?
shit while playing my PS Vita.
Yeah. I don't know. I do find it kind of interesting though that like Nintendo's the only console still using cartridges. Like they switched to disc for a while, but then they just like with the Switch, they were just like, nah, we're gonna stick with like the DS, 3DS. We're gonna switch with the cartridges.
They kept getting smaller too.
Uh-huh. Which is great.
Yeah.
Easier to transport, but easier to lose as well.
I think the DS 3DS files were the perfect ones because they were a bright white.
Yeah.
Whatever color this thing was, and it was just a perfect size that like it was small enough to transport and big enough not to lose.
Right. Yeah, the Switch cartridges, like I like the size, but they're just so small that they're super easy to lose if you're not careful.
Just like the Mario Kart I lost.
Just like the
I don't know
Mario
how long
Kart.
ago.
Yeah. But
We had it for like 10 days.
yeah. Oh, you only had it for 10 days?
I remember played it for like 5 minutes. I played it for 2 days and then don't remember it after that.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. I know it's in my room though. I hope.
Hopefully, it should be
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. Let's see what else is new. I submitted an audition for to play Kingpin in a Spider-Man fan project. You know what? And my worst fear about that, and it's on this. So there's this website called what's it called? I think it's called Casting Call. And so like that's the thing is how it works is you submit your audition just like an audio file and then you can see everybody else's auditions. And there's some really, really good people who I'm going up against.
Oh no.
But it kind of works like a kind of a Reddit system where you can upvote the ones you think are good. And mine like skyrocketed with the upvotes. I thought my audition was horrible, but mine's currently sitting at the top with the upvotes. So I'm kind of like, you know, upvotes doesn't necessarily translate to getting chosen. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
up to the creator of the project. But
And
it'd
so
be
when you
pretty
told me
cool.
that he's saying I'm a dude.
I'm a dude. Yeah, but it's funny because that's one of my fears is I'm a little sick right now, so naturally my voice can go a little lower. It's like I was able to hit like the low for the audition, but if I do happen to get the role, it'd be very funny if I couldn't hit the lows, and then it's just like, ooh.
You get there and you're just like, I'm Kingpin. And then it's like the first day and you're like SpongeBob, like, hi guys, how are you?
Yeah. No, it is it's an animated thing. So it's just a voice acting role, thankfully. But
So
yeah, that
all
would
I'm
be
hearing
super
is
cool.
you need to go to every convention in the nearby area, touch every piece of fabric you can find, every floor you need to like, every wall you need to put your face on to get
Yeah.
as sick as possible, almost the level of cancer, and then you'll be fine.
Yup. Oh yeah, no, that'll do it. But yeah, no, it's super funny because ironically enough, like obviously the week before this audition came up, I got to meet the Kingpin.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him a little bit about like what it takes to play Kingpin, like the emotion and the thing. And I doubt I'll get the role because there's some really good people auditioning. And it's not, I don't think it's a paid role or anything. It would just be like a, a fun side thing, but it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Can you imagine you go up to him and it's like, how do you be a good Kingpin? And he looks down at you. Scotch. A lot of scotch.
Yeah. Scotch. No, I thought he was going to be a lot more intimidating, but no, it was so funny because he just like walked up, he had like glasses and a baseball cap on, he walks up to the table, he's like, hey guys, how's it going? And I was just like, I expected him to like walk up and be like, wow.
And speaking of people that we met, I was
yeah,
not expecting him to be that short.
Do we want to get into the actual Comic-Con stuff now?
Yeah, let's do it.
So first off, we decided to get it out of the way first because I knew TK wanted to go do his own things.
Ow, my foot.
So we met Richard Horvitz, voice actor for Invader Zim and Billy and Mandy, and so we both got our own signed things from him, and his energy was crazy. Like he was
100%.
such a fun guy to just be in the presence of because he stayed in character the whole time, and he that's how he approached the table. Is he literally, we were all just standing there waiting in line for about like 20 minutes ish, maybe.
Yeah, about that.
Then all of a sudden, and you saw him pass at one point. He like walked up, but his table wasn't set up or whatever, so he just kind of disappeared. But he walks up and in the Zim voice from behind the line, he screams, "Whose table is this anyways?" That was like the worst Zim impression ever, but it was really funny. And then everybody was like, yeah!
To give you guys an idea as well, like when he walked up, he was not taller than a single person in his own line.
No.
Like everyone was like towering over him. He's walking up like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome.
But I pulled up mine that I got.
Yes. He didn't have like, if he would have had like just a print of Billy, I would have bought it.
Oh, 100%.
But it just had like the grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, like kind of the show artwork, which was cool.
Yeah.
But if it was just Billy, that would have been so cool. Here's mine. Ta-da. Yeah.
I love that his
Victory for
signature,
Sam!
that he does your name and then question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. He did it to everyone.
That's what I mean, like dedication to the role. It's so good. Yeah, he was really fun. And not only that, this is something that I never expected to happen in my life. TK and I were wearing our Good Burger outfits. And in the Zim voice, he said, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?" And I was like, yes! Yes! I was shocked that so many people recognized it.
This is...
Oh, yeah, you've got it. I don't have the physical copy. So, yeah, we got a picture with him in our Good Burger outfits. And
it won't focus very much, but there you go.
Yeah, you'll have to check out the video component for the podcast if you want to see what we're showcasing. But yeah, it was really, really fun. He was a really cool guy. I really don't think he broke character once. He was like,
well, honestly, we couldn't tell if it was his actual voice or not.
Right. Yeah, it was really funny. Like, I don't know how you have that much energy when you're doing a convention for that many hours. Like, it's insane.
Especially that it was his second day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was so cool. I actually didn't grab any of my other convention stuff.
What?
So TK will take it away with his stuff next. And I will be right back.
All right, I bought too much stuff, people. All right, we're going to hit through a lot of it. So, one of the first things I'll show, for all the viewers at home, My favorite anime of all time is Black Clover. Not even close. No one ever sells Black Clover stuff. Like, I have like one sweatshirt that I have that was a custom sweatshirt print from like the mall near me. That's the only thing I ever found. So when I found someone that had an Asta, a Yuno, and a Nero, I bought all three. This was probably like one of my favorite things I got so far. Like, I was so happy with this. So that was one. This was all one person. And then we have the Going Merry for all our One Piece fans, with actually including all the members, even Jinbei in the back. We have these two fucking insane pieces. I don't know how she did these, but like, goddamn. Woo! Yeah, baby. Your soundboard just went hard.
I know, I accidentally clicked it when I was trying to unmute my mic. Anyways, yeah. You're just gonna have to look at the video if you're watching this or if you're listening to this, because all of this it's hard to explain every single one of these pieces of art. But he's just flashing them real quick. So, I didn't see that Black Panther one you bought.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
This was from Dave.
Oh, of course it was.
I
Dave
bought,
Brown Jr. Shout out, awesome artist.
He also had a Groot and Baby Yoda that I bought for him, but it was a gift to my mom, so I don't have it on me. But It was cool nonetheless.
Nice.
This one might be a little bit harder to see on camera, both of them, because they're like the holographic ones where they.
Oh,
switch.
that's sweet. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Is it Digimon and Pokemon?
Yes. No, this one's just Tai from Digimon. So it has him as a kid, it has him as a teenager, and then him as an adult.
Wow, I could have sworn I saw a Garchomp in there somewhere.
And the cool thing is, it has Greymon evolving in the back too. So it has Greymon, Metal Greymon, and then War. And then on the other side, there was this is two different ones. We just have them in the same thing, but we have the original Tamers all in one.
That's really cool.
It's really hard for it to like change.
Yeah.
These ones. There it is. So you can kind of see all of them there.
See,
so, yeah.
I've never been a huge fan of like holographic art prints, but those ones that are like the prism where it changes when you look at it.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are super cool.
I have 3 more pieces. So I went back to the one.
Oh yeah, TK showcased these in the last episode if you hadn't seen it, but they're like the plexiglass prints.
This is my favorite color combination.
That color palette is awesome.
I know. By the way, did I tell you how much their cases were for the light cases?
No.
Okay, so to clarify, Gallery Panda is their thing. Go check them out. They're awesome artworks. They had these light up boards because each of these, if you like put a light behind it, it shines even more. Like, you can't really see it on camera, but like it kind of shines.
It like illuminate. If you put a backlight on it, it like illuminates certain parts of the artwork.
Yeah, and they had their own custom cases that have a backlight already in them that they made themselves. So we're gonna see how Riley. What do you think that it would cost for one of those if you bought one from them?
I mean, judging by how much the prints themselves were, I'm gonna say like $85.
Higher.
Oh, is it 3 figures?
3 figures.
Oh, but like over 100. I mean, over 200.
Over 200.
What for one?
$250 or for one, or it's $299 for one with a remote and RGB lights.
Oh my gosh, no! You can totally make one for like, you could make one for less than $20.
You wanna know the funniest part about that?
What?
I don't know if it's still online, but the guy he was telling me, if you bought one of the cases, you got 2 artworks for free. You got 2 of these for free, which means one of them wouldn't have a case.
Yeah, you're supposed to switch it out. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, like the profit mark. Like I'd imagine, especially if they use high quality stuff, that could be pretty expensive to make, but not that expensive.
Well, they opened it up and it showed me what it was. I can understand because of how tedious it is. But like, I guess if they are selling them for $250 and giving 2 away for free, it's literally the cost of 2 of these and that.
Right. But like,
so, yeah.
No.
And the final piece I have, which is probably like, aside from Black Clover, my favorite thing I got. So if all you don't know, I am notorious for being the grass starter. I will never not choose the grass starter in my first playthrough of a game.
Yeah.
Literally. And so, I don't know. Ignore Blossom, whatever the fuck your name is. Ignore Oddish, fuck off. And even ignore Celebi. Just the starters.
Yeah, the grass starters. Yeah, it's weird that they went with all the grass starters, but then added in just those other ones.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I like it. It probably needed a few more just to fill it out, and it looks good. I dig it. It's super cool.
I just noticed Oddish is like peeling. You see the yellow?
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, I forgot. I did have one more thing. I got a Snorlax backpack.
Yay.
That
broke the night after the convention, right?
Oh yeah, one of the zippers broke off, but that's okay. It's still usable because there were 2.
Still functions. Yeah. Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. All right, my turn. So basically, I thought it was going to take me all day to get all the autographs I wanted to. But I guess the turnout for Motor City Fall Edition was less than Motor City Spring Edition. Because last time I think I got 3 autographs or so, and it took me all day to get. But no, I literally got all of my autographs right at the start. So obviously I already showed the Zim one. That was the first one, and then I immediately cut to Najee Jeter's line. He is the voice actor for Miles Morales in the PlayStation stuff. Really cool guy. He's our age, which made me feel kind of bad about myself. But I was just like, man, he's my age and he's already so like that's crazy. It's impressive and good for him. He has earned it. He was in The Last of Us, I think, as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he also played Chris Rock's son in whatever that. Why am I blanking on the name of the movie? What's that Adam Sandler movie? Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock.
Grown Up?
Grown Ups. I don't know why I blanked on that. Yeah, he was Chris Rock's son in Grown Ups. So he's not just like a voice actor. He's an actual actor.
He's not those plebeians. He's up there.
Yeah, but anyways, I got him to sign my Velocity Suit pop figure, which is already up on my shelf. I took it off my shelf because I have my Yuri Lowenthal signed Peter Parker up there, so I already put that up next to it. And then after his, I noticed that Chris Parnell, which Chris Parnell was the one that I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to meet him and get his autograph, but that was the one that like I didn't necessarily need to get. But it was so like I literally finished Najee's and we were getting ready to go get lunch before the big rush hit. And I was passing his booth, and I said there was only one person in line. So I was like, all right, well, I gotta go. So I talked to him for a brief moment, and I got him to sign Tracksuit Jerry from Rick and Morty. Specifically Tracksuit Jerry, because, do you want to develop an app? That's a reference for anybody who doesn't get it, and I feel like most of our audience didn't get it, but that's okay. I understood it, and that's all. Anyways.
I understood it.
So yeah, and then from there we got lunch, walked around for a little bit, did some shopping.
Watched someone get kicked out.
What?
We watched someone get kicked out.
Oh yeah, you said somebody lost their bracelet or something.
Yeah, so Riley and I kind of split up through this Comic-Con. He wanted signatures. I kind of just wanted to walk through, so we split up for a while. My roommate who went with us, I said his name earlier. We're gonna have to bleep that out. Ugh. We'll fix it in post.
We'll
But
fix it in post.
he went to the bathroom, and when he was in the bathroom, I looked over. This was like at the very far back, right? You had to walk all the way through this place to get to where we were. And someone was there, and they had their bracelet, and they just pulled it off and threw it on the ground, right? You know, the bracelet that shows them, hey, I paid to get in here.
Right. So this convention for like day passes doesn't use. They don't use lanyards. They use
Bracelets.
Yeah.
And he threw his down, and they kept walking. And one of the security guys was like, "Hey, where's your bracelet?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't want to wear it," something like that. I didn't really hear it, but he's like, it's like, "Oh, didn't want to wear it or something." And he goes, "Well, I can't prove that you got in here legitimately without a bracelet." He goes, "Oh, fine, I'll go get it off the floor." And he walked over to go and get it, and someone had already picked it up and like taken it, so he couldn't prove that he had a bracelet, so he got kicked out.
Oh, that's rough.
I know. I was like, it's even worse because you can't get back in unless like the person that scanned your ticket first of all remembers you, and then you like it most likely won't scan again because you're already in the event, so it's used. So I was like, I didn't see any bags on him either. I'm like, damn.
It's
he was
user
browsing.
error. It's user error at that point. I mean, come on.
But this is what I mean. Like at that point, like don't throw it on the ground.
Right.
You could have easily just like put it in your pockets. Like, oh yeah, like they put it too tight. I had to take it off. I was losing circulation. I was dying. Like you could have fed something in there. But
I mean,
like,
literally, Mika, her bracelet got put on too loose, and she literally just walked back up to the person and said, "Hey, can you like give me a new one that's tighter?" And they were just like, "Oh yeah, sorry about that." Like, there's easy problems to these, or there's easy solutions to these problems.
There's easy problems to these solutions.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I need to go to work. Call in.
Modern solutions. But yeah, so we got lunch and then we walked around for a little bit. So that was all of like the celebrities that I met, I guess. Then we did have our I forgot. I did a photo shoot with David Harbour of Stranger Things fame, and he's been in a lot of other stuff. He played Santa Claus in Violent Nights. That was a good movie. Did you watch that movie?
No.
Oh,
but man. I've heard of it.
Yeah, no, it was. I actually enjoyed it. It was really funny.
Oh my god, if Riley enjoyed it, it's a good movie.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go as far to say it's a good movie. It's enjoyable for what it is. It's just Santa Claus like beating the crap out of some villains to save Christmas.
He watched Batman too many times. He goes, "Yep."
I couldn't believe how tall David Harbour was. Like, I'm like 6'1". There's not a lot of people that make me feel short, but we were standing in the photo line. I was like, whoa, like he's tall. He was, I don't know how tall specifically he is, but he was a tall guy.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I won't show the picture on podcast because it's got my friend Tom and Meek in it, and I don't know if they want to be on the podcast, but so I will not show the picture, but there's a pretty cool picture of us with David Harbour.
Are you sure you're 6'1"?
Are you sure I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's 6'2" and 3/4.
There's no way. No, I don't. No, he had to be taller than that.
I mean, every article. Okay,
Interesting.
Okay, so actually now, so the first 3 articles that came up said he's specifically 6'2" and 3/4.
Huh.
Then another article says where to go. He's 6 feet and 3/4 of an inch, and then one immediately after says he's 6'3", and then another one says he's 6'3 and a half, and the next one says he's 6'5", and the next one says he's 6'6", and then now he's 6'2".
See, I would have guessed 6'4" or 6'5". Yeah, that's interesting. Weird. Unless I'm just not as tall as I think I am, which, is definitely a possibility. But anyways, so we met him. We got the picture with Richard Horvitz, which is really cool. In our Good Burger outfits. What else did I get? I got let's see. I got these more pop figures, obviously. I got Gonzo from the Muppets Christmas Carol, Gonzo and Rick Rizzo. I accidentally stepped on it as I was trying to sit back on my desk. So
Oh
the
no!
box is no longer pristine. That's okay.
Well, throw it out the window.
Yep, it's
worthless
garbage
now.
now. It's garbage! I don't want it!
Garbage!
And then I got this older Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns Batman.
You got wrinkles.
I'd never seen this before. But I looked it up, and apparently it's from, like, 2017. Previews exclusive. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm obsessed with the Dark Knight Returns, so I had to buy it. Peter Weller was there, too, and he's obviously known for playing, like, RoboCop and stuff, but he did voice Batman in the Dark Knight Returns. So I was going to get him to sign that, but I also didn't want to spend the money on it, so didn't get that one.
I forgot to. I had a heart attack moment earlier today.
Did you?
So the preface is, I only met Richard.
Yep.
Okay, why did I have brain fry about him? I only met Richard. I didn't really vibe with everyone else that was there too much, but I saw a clip on TikTok earlier today that was Guy Sensei from Naruto, and like the background was exactly the same as Motor City. So I was like, there's no shot I missed Guy Sensei. And I was so upset, but it turns out, like, I looked at the floor, and it was, like, a different floor pattern, so I didn't... But at first I was like, no way. There's no way I missed Guy Sensei. And
Isn't that the worst?
I know.
Because that's I don't remember who it was, but that happened with somebody at the last Motor City. I saw like a post afterwards. I was like, wait, he was there? What? I don't remember who it was though, but yeah, that's always so upsetting. Now I'm upset because I came to the realization today. I'm like, oh, the next convention here in Michigan isn't until like May. I think it's gonna. I guess there might be some, but like they don't run them during the winter because nobody wants to travel during the winter. Like, if you have a big convention the weekend of your storm and all the celebrities have to cancel and, like, nobody shows up. So nobody runs them during the winter. But,
Yeah, Rise was saying that he only is going to one more this year, and then he'll be home with the kids.
Yeah. So I'm a little upset. I'm a little depressed about that because I enjoy going to the conventions a lot. And I'm trying to relish in it now because I'll probably start doing art vending at some of these. So it's going to be a lot harder for me to actually be able to go out and like meet people. So I'm trying to enjoy it. Might try to go to Chicago in April. That'd be a lot bigger than Motor City, but yeah, we can catch a train from somewhere. I don't remember where. There's somewhere you can take a train from Michigan to Chicago for relatively cheap. So it might be fun to just take a train down there or up there to the side. It'd be fun to take a trip over to Chicago for just a day or two to go to the convention.
Oh, hey, listen. All I'm saying is I just looked up Comic-Cons in Michigan for the rest of the year. All I'm saying is there's one this weekend.
Oh, all right. I'm packing my bags.
UConn and
oh yeah.
Somebody
Somebody was telling me about how bad of a convention that was.
That was the girl in line.
Yeah, that's right. When we were waiting in line for the Richard Horvitz picture. So maybe I guess I haven't looked into it myself, so I don't actually know. But somebody in line was saying how much of a shit show it was. So I guess we'll probably pass on that one. I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled this weekend, so I won't be going
Even
anywhere.
better.
Yeah, so I don't even know. The next recording is going to be really funny because we have next week's episode, so we won't have to worry about recording this weekend. But for the recording after that, my face is probably still going to be super swollen. I was going to be walking around like maybe I'll only do audio that day. So people don't get to see my fat face. But anyways, back on Comic-Con, another exciting thing is one of my, I don't want to say mentors because I don't actually know him personally, but somebody who I learned a lot from in the comic industry, David Finch.
David Finch.
He's, I mean, amazingly talented comic artist. I've got one of his books here that I actually bought at the show because I wanted him to draw like a commission in, but I mean, like, his art is just his
Insane.
artwork is beautiful. Really super talented. Anyways, he runs a YouTube channel that he does like weekly live streams and tutorials. And so like when I was first starting to get back into artwork, I watched his tutorials religiously.
Religion.
Yeah. And I've learned a lot from him. So it was really cool. I saw he was going to be there. So I went to his booth and he was not there. He was out getting lunch, unfortunately. So I did buy this this painted cover that he did for one of the Spider-Man ones. It was pre-signed, which is nice. So I got to that and I talked to his manager a little bit about how he's planning on coming back to the next one. But yeah, so I got that. And then he had a panel about just doing cover art, because that's what he does now. He doesn't do a lot of interiors like in this Batman one. He just does covers. He's doing a Walking Dead cover run right now. And so he just did a panel about like different layouts and stuff. And originally it was just going to be him talking and discussing it. But then just like in the middle, he's like, I can't really talk about this. Can we just like, can somebody get me a piece of paper and a pen? And they had a camera like set up on the stage. And so it basically just turned into him giving a live demo. So it was like I was just watching one of his YouTube live streams, but like in person. And it was so cool.
Mom, get the camera!
And so they did that, and they usually open it up for questions for like the last 20 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to ask him a question there, and I don't even remember what I asked him because I was I was so starstruck.
Do you draw with your feet sometimes?
But yeah, so then I went back to his booth after the panel because I had this nonstop Spider-Man cover that he did. I wanted to get this signed, and I did right there. But it was so cool because I got to like just talk to him for a minute about how meaningful his artwork and his tutorials are, and how I did my first convention this year, and talked to him for a minute about that.
And he looked at you and said, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And it was just so cool, and it was just getting to talk to him, because I wouldn't be as far in my artwork if it weren't for him. Mm-hmm. whether he like, and he totally, I'm probably one of many people who feel the same way. And it was just so cool to get to talk to him. And I even talked, I keep smacking I need a new microphone stand because I keep smacking it and it keeps making noise. Anyways. Yeah, so that was cool. And I got to talk to him because my favorite streams that he does on YouTube are when he brings on other comic book painters. Mm-hmm. So he's had some watercolor artists, gouache artists, oil artists, come on and do gouache. You don't know what gouache is? I love gouache. No. It's like halfway between watercolor and acrylic. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a thicker, more opaque paint like acrylic, but it can be reactivated with water like watercolor, so you can use it for like smooth blending and stuff.
That sounds funky.
Yeah, it's a weird medium to get used to, but it's fun. But anyways, so he showed me like a sneak peek of something, a guest he's got coming on in a few weeks. Showed me the piece that this guy painted while they were live in a call. So it was just super cool to be able to meet someone whose work I'm so fond of, and who, whether he knew it or not, helped me progress in my own art. So that was super cool.
Yeah. Honestly, with the Comic Cons, we met some pretty awesome heroes. Like,
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's the funny thing is everybody's like, never meet your heroes, but I'm like, I've met multiple of them and they're awesome. That's how it was with Tom Kenny too. It was I was so ecstatic to meet Tom Kenny. Go check out the last episode for that story.
the last episode we did on time.
Yeah. So that's the end of my monologue for today. I get one monologue in every episode where I just drone on for 3 minutes.
And now it's time for your hot take of the episode.
I don't have one. I haven't done hot takes like that. I'm slacking. I guess what would be a good hot take that's related to this episode? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, super fun weekend at the convention. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
did you hear the story? So, our friends Tom and Mika, when I was finishing up my panel at David Finch, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to another panel." It was Jim Cummings. He's the voice actor for Winnie the Pooh, Cat from Cat Dog. He's been in everything. He's a super prolific voice actor. But apparently what they did, and I don't know if they just didn't like have a plan for him or what his panel was going to be about, but it sounds like they just right away opened it up for fan Q&A. And so it was apparently it was literally just a bunch of people saying, "Oh, can you say this in this voice? Oh, can you say this in this voice? How about you have this character say this thing?" And like apparently it was just like, absolutely dreadful to watch. So they ended up leaving early from that, which I was okay with because we ended up leaving soon after that.
Now, we would have left sooner if it wasn't for the fucking
The
security guards.
The wonky exits.
To give you guys an idea, you go in one way, right? So and then all along that wall is their exits. So Riley goes, "Okay, we're over here at this end." We're like, "Cool, we're gonna walk to that end too." We get to that end. They go, "Nope, go to the next exit. Goes like to the next opening. You can take that as an exit. Go there." Like, "Nope, gotta keep going."
"Nope."
And I did that 4 times. 4 different times I tried to exit this place, and they threw me all the way to the other end of the place. Riley's calling me. He's like, "Where are you?"
We were just standing outside, and I was like, "He said he's on his way," but he said it like 10 minutes ago.
But the thing was, I didn't even mention this to you. So each time I went to an exit, there was no one coming in. It was a clear hallway.
Right.
Literally, like, and they let Riley through for some reason.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, they typically don't care. They just like, you caught a security guard on a bad shift.
5 of them.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
That's a good. I always tell people, like, if you want to start taking a step towards bigger conventions, that's a good one to go to.
Yeah.
It's like slightly above local convention. It's a good way to get acclimated to the scene before jumping right into like Chicago or California or New York, which are all on my list.
I will say, Riley was telling me before we went to this one, because I've never been to Motor City before, that it was bigger than Grand Rapids, and I've been to the Grand Rapids one a couple of times now. Mm-hmm. Got there, it was probably like the same size, but I would say their booths were actually a good, decent size. And then not to mention, the walkway was actually a walkway. Like, Grand Rapids, you get this like closet door for 4 rows of people, but this one you're like, yeah, we'll give you the whole street.
Yeah. It's a super nice layout because that's what that building is designed for.
Yeah.
Like, it's at the, whatever it's called, the Suburban Collection Showplace or something. Like, the purpose of that building is to have expos and conventions, like...
Yeah.
So the space is meant for that. Grand Rapids, they don't have a bad venue by any means.
They have a very good sized venue. The problem is that they smash too many people in there, and then they're like, yeah, we'll put a toothpick as like that's the distance in between everything. It's like, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a good convention.
Yes.
Both of them are good conventions for what it's worth. But yeah, I think that about does it. I also I stopped at a claw machine place on the way back, and I won this. my corgi pal. He's just been sitting at my desk the entire recording.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention stuff. Nonchalant things. I don't know if I mentioned to you, Riley, but the keypad that we found. Yeah, so it actually is just a keyboard on Apex.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That
It's
was like
very
my favorite obscure Xbox 360 accessory is the keyboard attachment, and I didn't think it would work with the Xbox One controller.
Ooh,
That's amazing.
to preface this to everyone at home, I went to Goodwill and I found an old Nintendo 64 with some games in it. I put it aside for Riley because I knew he would like it, and this was just in the bag.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, if it would fit, and I struggled with it for a couple minutes because it doesn't feel like what it would, but then it does.
Yeah.
And then you have a whole keypad. But the funny thing is, I don't use Xbox controllers anymore. I have a PS5 controller with bumpers. So now I had to macro this thing so I can actually use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that controller though. Like that color and everything is so cool.
I know.
I love it.
Honestly, I just wish it had the bumpers like the PS5 controller because then it would be perfect. Because I got big ass hands. This just feels a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I digress.
Agreed. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about time to wrap it up. Yeah. Thank you all for listening to our rants and ramblings this week. Sorry it was late.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not actually sorry. It was a busy weekend and we had our own stuff going
Get
on.
trolled.
And either way, it was a good weekend.
Yes.
So yeah. Thank you all for watching.
Stay tuned for next week where we have a very special episode, as well as look out on our YouTube where we have videos coming this year.
Sometime this year. We've got two
hope.
videos prepared. We don't know when they're gonna go up yet, but they're coming.
We recorded
Keep
them.
an eye out. Go subscribe and turn on the notification bell.
I swear, the pain that we went through for both these videos, if they don't go up,
Oh, they'll go up. They'll go up. It's just a matter of time of finding the time to edit them. But after the next 2 weeks, I'll have some downtime, so we'll make... Oh, actually, I don't know because I might start up rehearsals for the next play.
we won't see Riley for the next couple business days.
Yep. The next 2 months is just going to be solo TK commentary for every podcast episode.
Yo, honestly, if anything, I'll just bring our guest back.
Bring a
It's
different guest every week.
It'll just be TK, and then whatever person comes up.
We're going to change the title for every... It's not going to be TKR. It's just going to be TK Guest. TK Guest. New podcast. That's our
TKR
spinoff.
pals.
Yeah. TKR Pals. Yes. Yes. This is happening. Anytime we have a guest now, it's going to be TKR and Pals. Patent pending, trademark that. We copyrighted it already, so you can't have it.
It'd be really funny when the episode that we eventually have both of our moms in. It's like TKR and pals. It's like, yep, these are our mothers.
Yep. TKR and pals and moms. Yeah. Oh, good times. All right. Thank you all for watching. See you next week. That episode should be on time.
I mean, it's already recorded, so it should be on time. Bye.
Bye.